Knew it was going to be a tough game from the beginning. Third game in a row that we kind of started off slow with the starters, and then the bench came in and just uplifted us and got us back into the game. And then we hit another lull where they just took off from us again, and we just kept pushing. We changed defenses and went to the zone. Played the zone really well in the first half, and then we went to it in the second half, and then we fell asleep on some things that we know better. We know better not to do, especially against shooters. And we're going to shoot some things up and go back to the drawing board on some things, and then be ready to play on Thursday. But I'm proud of the team for fighting hard, getting back into the game, and then winning that game.
We'll start with Jason.
Hey, Penny, being down 13 with less than 7 minutes left in the first half, and then to go into half up 3, what went into that?
Well, we switched defenses. We were pressing them early, and then we were being a little lax in the half court. Felt like we needed to change it up. We went to the zone, and the zone bothered them, and we got our confidence going on the other end. We got the misses and started running a fast break, made some shots, got some free throws, and played aggressively throughout the rest of that first half to take a 3-point lead into the half.
And then I also wanted to ask about Moussa. You held him out the last 9 minutes of the game. What was the reason behind that?
Yeah, there was a major reason behind that because we knew that they were going to go all pick and roll with Davis. And I was confident that DeAndre could do what he did. We got 6 out of 9 stops in the last 3 minutes of the game. So it's not about Moussa, it's not about DeAndre, it's about the team, and it's about winning the game. I told Moussa that he has to be ready to do that when we go to SMU on Thursday, and he has to be able to do it. All I could think about was the SMU game. The USF game, where the freshman guard was just running around us and just getting layup out the layup in a high pick and roll. With shooters out there, I knew my guys were going to be spread out, and I needed guys that were going to be able to guard the ball, just like a guard, and that's why I went with DeAndre.
Danielle.
There you go. Can you hear me?
Yes.
What the 3-point shooting again seems like it's really picked up for you guys, and it's still kind of iffy. But what went into kind of that barrage in the second half there?
Yeah, it's iffy on the ones that we shoot that we're not supposed to shoot. Those are the tougher ones. We need to take the open ones. The open ones we're making. We were 10 for 21 from 3 tonight, which is great for us the way we've been shooting it. And the ones that we're missing are just bad shots that we need to drive and get a teammate a better shot. But the barrage came because we started taking open shots and not taking bad shots.
Mark?
Yeah, hey, Penny, you mentioned the shots, just the shots and the plays you guys had to make down the stretch because you guys go up by 9, they come back, and they seem to, for a while there, had an answer. The way you guys were able to close this one out. I know there were some dicey moments at the free throw line and everything, but to pull out a game this way, it felt like the first time you really had to do this in a game against a quality opponent. How good did you feel that you guys were able to kind of withstand all their charges?
It felt really good because we got the leading assist guy in the country in Kendrick Davis, and the leading scorer in our league and the leading assist guy in our league in Kendrick Davis. So, and that we knew that they were high powered, and to come into this game and get down by 13 points and have to keep battling back, and then to be able to pull this out, it was a win-win for us. We weren't hitting on all cylinders, but we got the stops that we needed to get, and then we made the baskets that we needed to make to get back into this game.
And then real quick, it seemed like Lomax got off to a tough start, but really seemed to find his bearings. How important was he, especially over the last 20, 30 minutes of this one?
Now, he was very important because I told him before the game that he and Damian were going to have the job on Kendrick Davis. Now, Damian didn't play as many minutes as Alex, but I knew Alex was going to take the challenge on Kendrick Davis because Kendrick Davis really had a great game against us both games last year. And he came in today, and they held him to 8 points, 6 turnovers. And that's the leading scorer in our conference, 4 for 14. Well, 4 for 14 shooting. Hell of a job by the team, and even Alex Lomax took that challenge.
Jason?
I asked you about holding Moussa out those last 9 minutes, but the job, if you could talk about the job he did before that, when he was, he was kind of imposing his will through much of the game.
Yeah, no, he did a phenomenal job in the minutes that he played. He played 21 minutes, and I held him out the last 9. because they were playing both bigs early on. And then when they changed their game plan, we changed ours. You know, they stopped playing both bigs. They kept one big and four smalls. And all they were going to do was run pick and roll with Kendrick Davis and find those shooters. And we just didn't want to get into that type of game. We'll have a chance to watch film so that he can see it. And then when he gets there on Thursday, he'll be able to adapt. We couldn't just throw him in there on the fly against a team that's powerful offensively.
Christian?
Coach, you talked about Kendrick Davis a little bit, and I know something that you've always put a premium on is slowing down star players, and it's something that your teams have done well all 3 years at Memphis. How important was slowing him down and stopping him in this game to get a win?
No, it was very important. It was very important because he's the head. He's the guy that plays 38 to sometimes 40 minutes a night, might get a couple minutes of rest, but he has the ball in his hands 100% of the time while he's on the floor, and everything goes through him, so you have to take him out.
Terry?
How you doing, Coach?
How's it going?
Hey, it's a couple things. First of all, I know you got to be proud of the way you guys handled the ball, except for the last two turnovers in the last 2 minutes. And secondly, what can you do to make sure Moussa don't take DeAndre out for a third straight game?
I know, right? DeAndre was on the ground bleeding, screaming Moussa's name. I was like, okay, he didn't try to do it. He's just out there playing hard. But DeAndre was like, he was blaming Moussa for the third hit. And, you know, he's bleeding, and Moussa has some sharp elbows, man. So it's not fun getting hit by those elbows.
3 more. Mike?
Hey, Penny, for the scheduling this year comes into play here over this next week or so, where you'll play the same team back-to-back, SMU and then Central Florida next week. How do things change in preparation? Have you dealt with something like this before where it's the same team? And how will this help you Thursday in Dallas?
I have not dealt with the same team since the NBA, where you go back-to-back, and you never played the same team back-to-back days like this. So this is unusual, but it's good for us because now we have all the ammo that we need. We can go back and watch film and see the wrinkles like they're going to do and be able to adjust, change a couple of things up, and be ready to go win on Thursday.
Real quick, is there any update on Jordan? Has he cleared the protocol? Is he part of the team yet, or you're still waiting on him to show up?
I think we're still waiting. I think if not, then he just passed his physical today to be a part of the team.
Danielle?
Penny, it seemed like on offense tonight, the guys were almost just taking turns, you know, going off in spurts. You know, obviously Alo to close the first half, and then to open the second half, it was Landers, and then it was DJ, and then it was DeAndre. Is this just kind of part of the team learning to settle in and find the guy who has the hot hand, or why does it seem like it was a little more seamless tonight than it has been in the past?
Well, you know, the guys just stepped up. You know, at first it was Moussa, then it was Landers, and DJ in the last few minutes, you know, came up really big with the shots that he made. We have a really talented team, and we just have to share the basketball to let everybody contribute the way that they know that they can. And when we're making shots like that, in spurts like that with different guys, that just shows how talented we are. And today it was seamless because once the guy got going, we started looking for him and feeding him.
Last question, Jeff?
Yeah, Penny, do you get the sense that this team is starting to believe in itself over these last 3 weeks, to 3 games, to be able to pull out games like this one?
Yeah, I really do. I think that with us showing them on film, the greatness that we have, like the first half at ECU, the second half against Wichita, we'll show them this run that we made tonight against them, that we know what we're capable of. And the confidence is consistently growing. It's constantly growing. And it's being very consistent on a nightly basis of guys understanding personnel, believing in our principles that we teach to them every single day, and understanding that if we do that, we have a great chance to win every night.